Hey guys, it's Dina with Tullydecor, and today we're testing out some paraffin wax. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, hi, my name is Dina. I make videos a little bit of my life with my kids and how I make my wax melts and candles for my website, tullydecor.com. The wax we're testing out today is IGI 4630, and I'm rocking my curly hair today. Grays and all. All right, so I'm gonna get these boys ready for school and then we're gonna jump into making this video. So I'm using two of my vessels, my clear vessels. I will not be filling these vessels all the way. I'm gonna go halfway down on both of these. I'm going to start wicking them right now and let's get it started. By the way, this is what the wax comes like. It's in a slab form, so I'm going to have to cut this in order to weigh it and get my measurements. So I just finished cutting up the wax. Here they are. I am going to write down what wax they are and where I got it from. Oval, there you go. Accidentally got these oval labels from Online Labels, which I thought it would have worked well with my vessels, but I didn't like how they look. So now I just use it for labeling all these nonsense that I have around the house. I mean, everything down to cleaning supplies, everything. It's ridiculous. I became the labeling queen. So on my labels, I'm just placing, IGI, writing it down so I know which wax it is, because it looks really similar to IGI 6006, right? And the consistency is really similar to, it's like sticky, which is why I use my gloves, and you still see like the imperfections of it. So anyways, yeah. I have LX18 that's in this vessel, and over here in this vessel I have Eco 8, which I use in a lot of my IGI 6006 wax, but that also depends on the fragrance oil. So we have two different wicks that we're going to be testing out, and let's see how it goes. The fragrance oil I'm using today is Egyptian Amber from Candle Science. I have some testing candles that I recently made and my husband absolutely loves it. So I'm going to make this and we'll see. I would like to do a comparison to see which one of these wax I get a better hot throw from. The wicking, well, that's a different story. We'll figure it out when it comes. Right now I am just testing for how the wax performs, if there's any sinkholes, what I should or shouldn't do, trying to perfect this wax. And then I'll have to worry about wicking. However, I do hope one of these guys work out for me, at least for the testing purposes as of right now. But we will see. The items I need, my pot, that's over here, my scales, and something to pour my fragrance oil in, my thermometer, and what else do we need? I'm pretty sure that's about it. Our vessels are wicked, we have our wax, and now let's just get this started. So for this one candle basically that I'm making, but I'm dividing it into two because we're testing two different wicks, and I'm trying not to waste this wax. So we need 223 grams of wax and 17.8 grams of fragrance oil, and that would be for 8% of fragrance oil into our wax. So I'm gonna start weighing these out right now. In my pouring pitcher I have 223 grams of my wax that I will be putting into my double broiler with my thermometer in here, and we're going to let that heat up, let it melt, heat up to 185. Then we'll be pouring in our fragrance oil, only because this is what the recommendation said, and we're just going to go off that today. So Fingers crossed. Here on my scale, I have 17.9 grams of fragrance oil, and I am just waiting for the wax to heat up. Normally, I like to, gosh, my hair is a mess. Normally, I like to heat up my vessels and put them in foil sleeves, but that's because I know how to use those wax, or, you know, I found out what works for me. This is my first time using this wax, so I'm going to stick as close to the instructions as possible. I keep notes on all of my candles that I make. On here, I just have the type of wax it is, the percent, the heat, what I'm going to heat it to, the fragrance oil, and what temperature I'll be pouring it at. So the wax is now completely melted, and my temperature is 190. So it went above the 185, which is fine, I think. But anyway, so I'm going to make sure and write this down that it was heated to 190 instead of 185. And at 185, I will be pouring in the fragrance oil. It's 185 right now. I'm going to start pouring in the fragrance oil. And I'm going to set a 2-minute timer. Alexa, start a 2-minute timer.
2 minutes, starting now.
Alexa, stop. It's at 160. Actually, right now it's 158. 156 right now. I'm removing my thermometer, and I'm going to pour this into my vessel. So these has been poured for maybe 5 minutes now. I was just cleaning up after I poured in. And this is what they look like. Of course, like all my other videos, I will be coming back to check on them after I get my boys from school. Layden. Layden. Can you say hi?
Hi.
So here are the candles. I'm going to trim the wick and put a lid on it. Again, I just want to recap. This is IGI 4630. I used Egyptian amber for the fragrance oil. I used 8%. This wax was heated to 195. I added fragrance oil at 185, and I poured at 158. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you guys could burn test these with me.